Hello, beautiful friends and family, collective brothers and sisters from near and far, those I know, those I don't know. Thank you for joining me on this new series that I am creating and sharing as I am guided, aligning each week with the cycles of the moon. And the 13 cycles of the moon have been interpreted and used many ways. When you look at the connection to the indigenous and the signs on our turtle that connect to the moons, there's so many ways. And all of the wisdom that's carried in many traditions. And I recently came across a new one to me that felt resonant, and I've been wanting to create a series connecting us to the earth and the cycles of nature and our planet. And there's so much more that happens beyond just our planet. We're not alone in the solar system. So this framework was one that really resonated with me, and so I'm sharing it in a way that is channeling through me as a combination of many things I've studied, have been guided to me, and just letting my own expression come through. So this first moon cycle of the year, each week is made up of 4 weeks, and the way that they're divided up will have something to explore. And this theme of this week is unity and purpose. So I invite you to settle in, to allow the breath to just fill your body or exit your body wherever you find yourself in this moment, allowing your natural rhythms of your breath to be as they are, simply witnessing, simply filling and nourishing with every breath you breathe in or every breath you breathe out. The inhale, receiving that nourishment, and exhaling and releasing with grace, with compassion, with love, sending out whatever energy feels good to the collective. Remembering we all weave together. We're all one form of creation and another interpretation. All of what creates in the cosmos is also in your blood, in your body, in your being, as is every other form of creation, all having our unique purpose. So just allowing yourself to settle in. And in my practice and the way I guide, we ask and we receive the inspiration, the information that channels to us in every moment, being the conscious witness to what's animating in your mind, in your mind's eye. It's all information. It's all intel, right? It's all coming in. And instead of judging the mind, and instead of coming from this spiritual perspective of having, everything has to be rainbows and butterflies, the truth is it's full spectrum, right? So being the conscious witness of your thoughts, of what's animating within your awareness, and being curious, using the external world and that inner world as just this curious observer, that mirror reflecting back. What is there for you? And as you adopt this practice, YOUru is my business. You are your own guru. And it stems from the belief that we all carry this unique spark of life and creation, and we all carry the wisdom within us. And when we take the time to create the mindful awareness practices and walk this path of life and conscious creators that we are, co-creating this life together in unity with purpose, that's the theme of this week, that we all remember our innate worth. We all remember and ask to be shown how to walk this path in our sovereignty, in reciprocity with the rest of life, and how we really do support one another together, even if it looks like the external world, we're so separate, we're so divided, the hierarchies at play, that it all is real too. But I do believe in this time, in this space, as we're embarking on this next evolution of humanity, this new golden era of life, that more people are waking up and more people are remembering, and this practice is one for you to work with in your own way. So we breathe and we release and we feel into our bodies for where we may be carrying any tension, any stress, any aliveness that's calling your attention. I want you to turn your awareness there. And imagine as you're filling up your breath in that spot. And as you exhale, you're releasing. And let your awareness show you in your mind's eye what every breath could be the medicine, and every exhale release. Just let it animate as it does. If it's helpful, you can invoke your imagination. I like to lean into the elements of creation, the fire, the water, the earth, and the wind. Whatever helps you, just allow yourself to release any resistance, release any anxieties, release anything that isn't serving you in this moment, that's keeping you from the present moment awareness of awe and joy and love. So just allowing yourself to release, taking as much time as you need in that. The resistance we carry that keeps us in our monkey mind, in our nervous system reactions. This is a natural part of life and creation. This is a way and a practice that you can use to work with it. And if you turn this into a practice every day and doing the energetic cleanup, it's part of why I'm bringing these to you each week. It can be a space and a time to tune in and do that energetic cleanup. So breathing in and filling, exhaling and releasing, allowing any sensations, any things that's coming up in the body to give it your full attention until it dissipates, until it comes to a space of ease. And from that space, wisdom will appear. Bring any of the things you're struggling into the practice. Oftentimes it manifests in our physical reactions in our bodies and the dis-ease that we carry. So just tuning into the body alone helps you to uncover what's here in this moment, to be heard, to be seen, to be witnessed, to be integrated into your being. And as you exhale and you release, the wisdom and the insights appear. So taking your time there and pausing this video if you need to. As I guide the next phase is to ask and receive any awareness around this week's theme of unity and purpose. So in this theme, we're thinking of the dirt, the soil, the roots. Why? Because unity is invisible. We think connection is visible, and we only need to be within space with one another to commune, our physical handshakes, our words. But this practice in earth teaches us that the real support happens in the dark. It assists by silent ways we can't even fathom, like Mother Earth decomposes life and brings it back into form in other ways. By studying the soil and the mycelium, you train yourself to trust the unseen networks that hold life together. You stop feeling isolated because you realize your underground, your inward space is always trading nutrients with others. In this life in the energetic form, there's so much more happening than we are consciously aware. And how amazing, how beautiful. So what does that inspiration inspire? And the invitation in this week, and as you're unpacking what's here for you and whatever's coming up, right? This is what I invite you to take as a little bit deeper dive in contemplation around this theme of our root network, our underground unity, the soil, the microbiome, exploring the invisible, the collaborative life beneath everything, just like the earth beneath our feet. Unity is silent. Can you be resourced and nourished in your most deepest, darkest spaces when you feel buried by the earth, buried by life? When you want to crawl in a hole and it feels like you're so alone. You're not. The thoughts you carry, the thought forms you project, the thought forms that you transmute, they are bigger than you even know. So I ask you to take that as inspiration as you breathe in and receive the nourishment of the breath. And you exhale and you release what no longer serves, just like releasing it back to the wind, releasing it back to the earth, allowing her to transmute and do the work. This is more telepathic than anything. In many practices, it's trusting that the divine way will reconstruct and reform, and as you align with your heart, align with your way of being, align with compassion, with grace. So there's so many ways, and I ask in this last part, after you release the resistance, to take that inspiration, contemplate on it, use whatever is animating in your physical world, and resource this practice to ask for the inspiration. Ask and you shall receive. And know that even in the silent work, believing is receiving and projecting is expecting. And so know that everything is a circle and a spiral, and we're all so interwoven and connected. Truly be the conscious creator of what you're sending out in this world. And trust in that heart space that the love that you are, the compassion that you are, will ripple farther than you can imagine. And then asking for a divine awareness around what your heart-centered action looks like. Allow it to play out in your mind's eye in the most vivid way, knowing it is done, and release it as so, and trust the organic way that those energies show up in your life are the ways that in which you are to truly engage in physical form in this world. Hand it back to the divine and say, show me this the exact way I am supposed to be here. I am supposed to be showing up. I am supposed to embody my form, and trust what flows from there. I thank you for being part of this journey with me, and I hope that I can welcome you back next week as we go on to the second week in this first cycle of the moon, as we continue to explore unity and purpose. Next week, we'll see what the mycelia and the fungi and the nutrients that's happening. We'll unpack a little bit of that. But until then, don't worry about next week. Stay in this week and remember that the roots, this earthly theme, us underground unity and finding your purpose. Listen, feel, let that fully transmute in all ways. Feel it fully until you come to a space of ease and peace. And from that space, let the wisdom emerge. And if you want to work with me in this way, I have several ways that I work with individuals that are either looking for connecting to their wisdom, to walk the path of conscious living, or to heal wounds of the past and transmute them and become empowered, or to really unpack any creative inspiration as how that you can bring into a practice that you're already living, to open and receive. I'm an intuitive, I'm a channel, I'm an energy worker, and I have a few modalities. We work on subconscious belief repatterning, or whatever feels like it aligns with you. So check out my resources, support my work in all the ways I have added in the description. And if nothing else, listen to this because it's for all. And I do have a free course on harnessing your wisdom if you want to reach out with me and find that. But many blessings that I send out in this transmission, and with so much love. Thank you for being here. Until next time. Mwah.